All right, congratulations to Linen and Tweed and Cold Mountain for the correct guesses. Second place was Cold Mountain. Linen and Tweed, you'll get the t-shirt and the key ring. So the magic number is 59, yes, 59 pairs of Red Wing boots, which is definitely way too many, but at the same time, how can I finish on an odd number? And there's at least 3 more that I definitely want. And at this moment, on this date, I have 59 boots. And there's still some out there that I really, really want. So thank you guys so much for the contest. We'll do more contests in the future. I hope you guys enjoyed this little one. We'll do more. And now check out this video. Who's our lovely assistant here, Buttercup? Hey, Buttercup. Yeah, the shop dog. There you go. Okay, so a lot of people ask me about my Red Wing boot size, and then they also want to know what their Red Wing size is. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go get my foot measured at a Foot Locker, my right foot, because my right foot is bigger than my left foot. I'm gonna get my right foot measured at Foot Locker, and then I'm gonna go to Red Wing and get my foot measured and show you guys the difference. Now the Iron Ranger, the Beckman, the Blacksmith, and the round toes are all made on the 8 last, and then the mock toes are made on the 23 last. So there's different sizes for those. The 8 last, you should wear the same size, although there's some things that can vary in there, and for the mock toes as well, you should size up from the last 8, but there's definitely some wiggle room in both. So I'm gonna show you guys my shoe size at a Foot Locker. That I'm choosing Foot Locker because you guys can find them pretty much anywhere. And then we'll head to Red Wing and we will get our foot measured there. All right, so, oh, and today I'm wearing the 9013 Beckman in the chestnut leather. Okay, so here I am in front of Foot Locker, and I'm gonna go in and try to see if they can measure my foot. All right, here we go.
Shouldn't make sense.
A 10?
On the black side.
The black side?
Yeah.
Okay. The other thing that I wanted to add was that it is now almost 3 o'clock Eastern time, and so I wanted to wait until my foot was nice and flat from just the day, so that it would be a little bit wider versus like getting your foot measured in the morning. It's going to be slightly different because it may not be as wide because you're not walking around. So I waited until midday to get my foot measured, and as you saw, it came out as a 10. So it is true, like in Nike I'll wear a 10, Adidas I wear a 10 or a 10 and a half depending on the shoe. Puma 10, what else? New Balance, I think New Balance I go down to a 9.5. I'm at the Red Wing Groningen Zone in Tribeca, and I'm gonna get my foot measured so that you guys know. So was at Foot Locker, you saw that measurement. Now I'm at the Red Wing, and you'll see how I measure in a Red Wing boot. Let's do this. All right, so here we have, what do you guys call this? This has
the Brennick device.
The Brennick device here. Hold on, let me turn this around. We have the Brennick device. I'm gonna place my foot in there.
All right, step in, heel all the way back in the cup. I'm gonna bring this over here. Put the knuckle of your foot right up into there.
Okay.
Now put your feet side by side if possible. Let your weight sit naturally. All right, so you're looking at just about 10, just under 10. Be 9 3/4, and just about a D width. See the foot placed squarely on the Brennick. Feet are side by side so that the weight is sitting evenly distributed, and naturally as if he were standing with his weight down in his shoe so that the feet are splayed. And the heel is all the way back in the cup. You see how this is gently placed against the outside of the shoe, outside of the foot there. And the block here is to measure the length of the instep.
Cool. So then, what would you recommend sizing me in Iron Ranger, or let's say a mock toe?
Initially, I would start with an 8.5 and see how it felt, because you're not quite on the 10.
So for an Iron Ranger, you would size me in what?
Because you're not quite up to the 10 line, we would start with 8.5.
8.5, okay.
And if that felt particularly tight, we would adjust and go up to the 9. If you shouldn't realistically be touching in the front of an 8.5 on a last 8 boot.
Okay.
And if that felt good, we would recommend that for a last 8 fit. However, because you're over the 9.5,
Yeah.
last 23 is a shorter fit, so there's a good chance we put you in a 9 in the mocks, depending on the
So
shoe.
these mock toes here, this is the 8146
The
roughneck. This is a last 23, and I would probably be a
We would still try on the 8.5,
8.5.
but realistically, you'd probably be more comfortable in the size 9.
9. Okay. So, as you guys already know, I do own these, and I have them in a 9. But as I stated before, that there is some wiggle room in the fit, so I do own some mock toes in 8.5, and I do own some mock toes in a 9.5. The 9.5 are big, and I place an insert, but the 8.5, ideally, it would be 8.5E in a mock toe. I think is probably my best fit, because the break-in is minimal. The 9 is good, a 9D is good, but I get pinching on my toe. So my dream fit is the 8.5E. Does that make sense?
If they made an 8 3/4,
Yeah.
that would be obviously the ideal length, which fits like a 9 3/4, which is just about where you measured.
Yeah.
But 8.5 DE or 9D realistically would be your perfect size.
Cool. All right, so I hope you guys were able to learn a little something about your size, or what size you may be in Red Wing boots. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, be a boot. See you guys next time.